I never thought that technology would be such a big part of my life. And now it's like one of the most fluent parts of my life, and that's weird. But when you have a purpose and when you have a goal, you'll realize that sometimes in order to get what you've never had, you got to do what you've never done. And here I am from Instagram to the Defender of Freedom Award that was presented to me at Mar-a-Lago, February 18th, 2025. I wish I could say that I saw it go in that direction. I was just focused on my goal. I said in 2020, after Malik B passed away, there needed to be some kind of oversight. There needed to be some kind of government intervention, or at least some kind of task force or special counsel put together to start regulating the abuses in the entertainment industry as a whole. I've been saying this. Everybody said I was tripping. I was talking crazy. Oh, she's a mess, you know. Okay. How does that look now? Like every naysayer, everybody that called me a liar, how does that look now? How are all of your choices, all of your insults, all of your lies, all of your disinformation and negative commentary about me, how does that really look now? I mean, like, for the people who like have been fresh on being hella disrespectful to me and my work and my stand, like the ones who've been really going hard the past 3 weeks, how you feeling about your content now? Really? And for those who are really holding real gems in their catalog of all of the things that are about to happen that I already said on your platforms, how's that award looking to you now? I got some weirdo who got thrown off of real radio for threatening to essay a small child under the age of 5. And the parent of that child still works in radio and was masquerading his new youngest daughter in bikini bathing suits, singing inappropriate lyrics. Like, all these people are weird. And I got to explain myself. For what? They don't. So I got this guy who thinks threatening small children with graphic violets is a cool lick, a cool get back. Like, you're weird. You're beyond weird. And you're old. And you're not even, you mixed. Let's just be honest. You a little fat Joe with it right now. And you AARP. Just like Jay-Z. Could y'all be experiencing early onset dementia? Because it's not looking real good for y'all right now. What y'all doing? Why are people questioning me? Why is it fair that someone who's only told the truth gets to constantly be interrogated, questioned, and harassed by people who are known and proven liars? My freedom, my legal status, criminal cases, things that I'm demanding trial for, and for whatever reason, people keep forgetting to answer the phone and set a trial date. But I gotta answer. Anytime the president is present, wherever the president is present, anybody, even if he's just a guest somewhere, just because he's there, It is the Secret Service's job, their sworn oath and duty, to make sure that everyone present is safe to be around or in the vicinity of the president. I was an invited guest. It was a surprise to everyone else that I was going to be there, but not to the people that were planning it. They were specifically asked by me and Odell, my producer and fiance, to not tell anyone I would be in attendance. A week ago, almost 10 days ago, there was a content creator that turned on us, who started saying that we were going to be meeting with the president. How does she know that? But nobody's talking to her about that. Just questioning me about the validity of this award. Now, the one thing that is troubling to me more than anything is the race shaming. Now all of a sudden, I'm a traitor to my race because I accepted this award. For the MAGA and the Q9, she's a pundit. Since when? I was being honored by America's future. And the theme of the event was American excellence. What a lovely night. You know, to hear a Black person say, I wouldn't have accepted that award from those people. Those people are Americans. Are they not? We are Americans. Last time I checked, my father fought for this country as a proud Marine, no different than Tony Busby. Hoorah! And simplify. Last time I checked, my passport, my valid passport, which was also checked by the Secret Service, said I'm a United States citizen. It's the blue book. That means I was born a United States citizen. When you're naturalized, you get a different color. Mine is blue, like every true born American. The event was for American excellence, honoring American excellence for those who have been able to speak truth to power, regardless of what the consequences are, putting our lives on the line, taking great personal loss and risk all along the way for the simple fact of breaking through the fake news to get the truth to the people and let you know you're being lied to. You're being deceived. You have been tricked into believing that the boogeyman is your friend. And every last one of us there last night that was honored have spoken up against that. I was one of those people. I didn't even know I was one of those people. I thought I was just there to speak on a panel and network and become acquainted with the organization. I didn't know until like a day before I was being honored. Not only was I an invited guest, I was going to be an honored invited guest. I'm not a performer there to do a monkey show, but to be acknowledged for my stand. Imagine that. I stood for something so cold that even a general can acknowledge my sacrifice and thank me for my efforts. because this thing that I speak against has touched his family too in a negative way. And that we have in common as Americans, not white, not black, as Americans. I did an interview overseas once talking about how I really didn't dig the civil rights movement because I really didn't like what it meant. Because everyone was fighting for us to be acknowledged as Black Americans rather than just being acknowledged as American. What difference does it make what color we are? Oh, let me see if I can remember it. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. For all. That's supposed to be the credo of American citizens. I didn't hear it say for Black Americans or for white Americans or for Latinx Americans or for Chinese Americans or for no, Jamaican Americans. Like, I know. Like, Nigerian American. No, just American. It's just like when Yeshua went into the synagogue and he was really pissed off about what they were doing in his father's name. He started running pockets, turning over tables, breaking people down to their socks. What you doing here? In my father's name? He said, my father's house is meant to be a place of worship for all people. One nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. And yet we are at a time in our country where we are so divided, it is fair to say that one out of every two Americans does not agree with their neighbor. Like, that's real. And meanwhile, we're worried about all this race crap, and people can't even afford to make omelets for their family anymore. People are sitting here worried about whether or not Diddy is getting out. Why aren't you worried about the children who are being held unlawfully in the system, being moved around and shuffled around and kept away from their families without real reason or cause? Why aren't we more worried about getting them out? We're worried about cases being dropped, not dismissed, but dropped. Those are two different things. The victim dropped it, yet nobody's asking who paid Tony Busby's legal fees. He did a lot of work, a lot of billable hours. That case was dropped. He still must be paid. There's no settlement. There was no judgment. It never made it before the judge, even though the judge didn't dismiss it herself. Respectfully. So here we are. False wins and real prizes. Because while y'all was sitting there bragging about all that smoke and mirror, a very real general by the name of Michael Flynn and his sister, I believe, Mary, who gave birth to a very talented young man. Their family was ran afoul of, just like my family was ran afoul of by the same industry, which is a part of what we believe is a worldwide conspiracy to hurt our families and our children and compromise our future. Our borders have been compromised. Our families are compromised. Our food is compromised. These aren't color issues. These are American problems. Does it really matter what color the people are that solve it? Or does it matter that people put all of their pride aside and all of their foolishness aside and all of their bigotry aside to become Americans and solve these problems together? I should have said no because those people, you mean those Americans? Because that's what they are. They're your neighbors. They're Americans. So am I. Last time I checked, I took my ASVAB 123. Can you say you know what your score would be? Like, how American are y'all? Defender of freedom. Freedom of speech. How many of y'all have called me a liar with no real facts or verifiable details and nothing but a bunch of trumped up crap? And yeah, everything I say, like clockwork. But y'all are more worried about whether or not I got a fresh manicure than whether or not I got a fresh victim. Y'all need to change your focus. You're distracted by all the lies. I'm an American. I happen to be black. I'm an American. I happen to be female. I'm an American. I happen to be a mother. I'm an American. I happen to be a divorcee. I'm an American. I happen to be a baptized Seventh-day Adventist. I'm an American. What does any of that have to do with anything? None of it trumps the fact that one thing is real. I was invited to an event that was themed American excellence. I'm an American. I accepted the invitation, and the event was being held at the president's home in Mar-a-Lago. And we went as invited guests, not performers. And even if we had been there for anything else, it would have been as journalists, not as performers. We'll be sharing some of the footage with you. We're going to walk you guys through a really magical night at Mar-a-Lago. It's a shame it just can't be regarded as that, because that's what it was. It is a night that my father would have bragged about for the rest of his life if he was still living. His baby being presented an award like this for American excellence. Not Black American excellence, just American excellence, presented by a general. Yeah, y'all can say whatever you want. It doesn't take anything away from the fact that this only makes you racist. This only makes you bigots. Anyone that has a problem with this award, where I received it, who gave it to me, or what it means, you got a problem. Not me. You do. The work that I do requires real recognition. Real people's lives are hanging in the balance. Ask Tammy Wallace. Do you know how much better she feels now that I have this award? A defender of freedom is sharing her story. That part. While y'all worried about whether or not Diddy got maggots in his food, in the hell he deserves to be in. Or the fact that the real reason why he's upset that Cassie's pregnant is because her testifying to what he did to her in that video that we all seen while she's pregnant is gonna look really bad. Oh my God, if she even cries. And I'm telling you, as a woman who's been pregnant, third trimester, you can get really emotional for absolutely no reason at all. So imagine this. Oh, it's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be like watching like an ogre unalive little kittens. Like, it's gonna be terrible. And if they try to cross-examine her hard in any way, those lawyers are going to look like monsters. I don't blame them. I would have quit too. Yes. Yes, I would have quit. Because they probably were lining him up to have to cross-examine Cassie. He was like, oh, hell to the no. To the no. I want nothing to do with this. I ain't attacking no pregnant woman for this monster. I have to resign. There is no more that I can do. Please keep the money. Yeah, it's getting real. I know the real reason why people are upset, though. See, it was Liz Crokin that brought me there. A lot of people have called her a lot of things. A lot of people have called me a lot of things. She's white, I'm black. And yet the one thing that is for sure, I see her as a sister in arms, fighting against these monsters, believing in her like she's believed in me. To Americans. That's all. Why is it so hard for the black community to acknowledge that you're worried about the wrong things? You got a real one working with an organization that can bring real movement to bringing America to a brighter future. How is this a problem? Because I'm black? I shouldn't be doing it? I should only be accepting it if it's a Black Excellence Award? If it was an NAACP award, would that mean more to y'all? Would that be cool? Because guess what? The NAACP ain't offered me that award. You know who offered me that award? America's Future. Well, how did Nelly say it? Wait a minute, let me jack off Nelly right quick. Ain't name black organization asked me to honor me for what I've done. Just America's Future. Ain't name. Oh, you know name? Like, it's just funny. What are you all in up? No! A woman, an American woman, wins an award for American excellence as a defender of freedom. And you're all mad. Wonder why? Because it really don't have nothing to do with you. If you ain't worried about me, you shouldn't even know or be paying attention. But yet everyone's paying attention. Imagine what it's like to wake up and know that there's 250 people going live about you right now because you were honored. It's weird. What's even weirder is 90% of them are black, trashing another black American who just received a great honor for American excellence. Yeah, I'm feeling Candace Owens right now. I'm really, I'm starting to understand what Candace is talking about. You're damned if you do and you're damned if you don't. So once again, why does diplomacy matter? It wasn't diplomacy that got me that award. It was honesty. So understand this. You can save your race shame and your race-baited conversations. Ain't nobody worried about y'all. We got serious work to do. And after talking to my good friend Paperwork today, it looks like there's some things that I need to make sure that we alert Kash Patel's office about. We think it's of great concern. And I'm sure Mary Flynn would agree with me. She knows how dangerous Diddy can be, and with Clive Davis being at the heart of it all, I'm sure that makes it even more egregious. So yeah, last time I checked, I'm American. Prove I'm not, and then have a problem with it. Because the only way anyone should be upset about me receiving this award is if I'm not an American. That would be the only valid, you know? But other than that, you're hating. And keep on hating. That's all I can say. Welcome to the Jaguar Wright Show. We about to show y'all a lot. We had a great night at Mar-a-Lago. It was a magical, beautiful Tuesday night. For everyone that's called me a liar or got a problem with it, I want you to ask yourself a question right now. What did you do Tuesday night? Bye.